In a world that never forgives weakness, the fox survives through instinct, endurance, and relentless adaptation. This cinematic wildlife documentary follows the complete life journey of the fox, revealing the emotional and brutal reality of survival in the wild. From fragile beginnings to relentless hunting, from injury and drought to migration and endurance. This film explores how foxes outsmart predators, endure hunger, adapt their diet, survive extreme conditions, and continue forward often unseen. Witness the fox's vulnerability, violent hunting behavior, instinct-driven decisions, and silent endurance as nature tests every limit. Through immersive storytelling, breathtaking visuals, and emotionally charged narration, this documentary exposes the raw truth behind one of nature's most intelligent survivors. This is not just a nature film. It is a story of survival told without mercy. Watch till the end to experience the full cycle of life in the wild. If you love wildlife documentaries, kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified when we drop a new video. Let's dive in. At first light, the forest holds its breath. Between frostbitten grass and silence, a red shadow moves, light on its feet, heavy with fear. This is the fox, small, clever, and never safe. Survival here is not a gift. It is earned every single night. The fox is not the strongest hunter, not the fastest runner, not the most feared predator. It survives by awareness alone. Every sound could be death. Every pause could be a mistake. To live small is to live alert. Above, eagles circle. Behind, wolves roam. Below, traps wait silently. For the fox, danger does not announce itself. It watches. It waits. Hunger pushes the fox beyond fear. A leap, a pause, a sudden pounce. One mistake, and the hunter becomes the hunted. When darkness falls, the fox awakens. Night hides its weaknesses and sharpens its instincts. Winter brings no mercy. Food disappears. Cold bites deeper with every step. Each day becomes a gamble between hunger and exposure. The fox is vulnerable by design. Thin legs, light frame, no armor. It survives not through strength, but by learning faster than fear. Deep underground, a silent decision is made. A life will begin hidden from a brutal world. Pregnancy slows her. Every hunt costs more energy. Every escape demands more effort. She hunts now not just for herself, but for the lives growing inside her. The den is not comfort. It is shelter from death. Dark, narrow, safe for now. In silence, new life arrives. Blind, helpless, fragile. They press against her warmth. Guided only by instinct and heartbeat. They cannot see. They cannot flee. They cannot survive without her. She listens constantly. Every vibration above ground could mean extinction. To feed them, she must leave them. Where there is birth, predators follow. Weakness carries a scent. Every hunt now matters more than ever. Years pass silently in the wild. There are no birthdays here, no milestones, only survival, etched into fur and bone. Most foxes will never see old age. In the wild, 5 years is a victory few achieve. Every season survived is time borrowed from fate. Even in rest, the fox listens. Instinct never sleeps. It watches through closed eyes. It weighs danger before thought ever forms. The fox's body is a map of evolution, lightweight, flexible, designed not for dominance, but for escape. The red fox is only one voice in a much larger family. Across the planet, foxes have rewritten survival in countless forms. In the frozen north, the Arctic fox becomes the snow itself, vanishing into white silence. In the desert, the fennec fox listens through oversized ears, cooling its blood while detecting life beneath burning sand. In forests, the gray fox climbs where others cannot, defying expectation and gravity alike. Instinct is inherited memory. No fox is taught how to flee. The knowledge lives in the blood, older than language, older than fear. A single sound is enough. A fraction of a second decides everything. To flee or to freeze. As forests shrink, some foxes adapt again.
What do you see out there?
They walk where trees end and concrete begins. Here, survival includes learning us, our rhythms, our dangers, our unpredictable mercy. Curiosity carries a cost. Not every encounter ends safely. One injury can undo a lifetime of instinct. A broken limb can silence speed forever. And sometimes someone notices. Rescue does not feel like salvation. It feels like capture. Fear does not recognize kindness. Healing is confusing to the wild. Safety feels unnatural. Stillness feels wrong. Trust does not come easily. Instinct argues against it at every breath. Time stretches in captivity. For a wild animal, waiting is the hardest trial. Slowly, strength returns. Muscle remembers purpose. Balance finds its way back. But not all foxes can return. Freedom is not guaranteed. For those who do, the wild calls louder than comfort. It pulls with a force no wall can replace. The first step back is cautious. The second is instinctive. The third is home. There are no second chances in nature, only continuation. A fox's life is not measured in years, but in narrow escapes, in avoided footsteps, in moments not seen. With age, speed fades, caution sharpens, experience replaces youth. Instinct evolves. Most foxes grow old alone. There are no witnesses to endurance here. Their struggles go unseen. Their victories uncelebrated. And still, foxes persist, from tundra to desert, from forest to city edge. Adaptation becomes power. They teach resilience without words, survival without recognition. Rescue remains rare. Some lives end quietly, without struggle, without ceremony. The world does not pause. The grass grows back. The wind moves on. What remains is instinct, passed forward, embedded in the next fragile. After the chase, the forest falls silent. Breath comes sharp and uneven, and only then does pain arrive. A single misstep is enough to fracture survival in an instant. In the wild, injury is not a moment, it is a countdown. There is no pause, no recovery without consequence. Rest invites death, so the fox moves forward, even when the body resists. Endurance begins here, not as strength, but as refusal. Hunger quickly overwhelms pain, sharpening focus. The fox hunts anyway, adapting its movements, calculating every step. It eats what the land allows rodents when possible, insects when speed fails, fruit when meat disappears, carrion when nothing else remains. Flexibility becomes survival itself. What others abandon keeps the fox alive. Injury reshapes the menu, forcing strategy to replace speed. Nights stretch long, pain intensifying in the cold darkness. There are no doctors here, only time or failure. Each sunrise asks the same quiet question. Can you survive again? Then the land begins to dry. Water vanishes before hunger does. Streams thin into dust, and thirst changes behavior. The fox travels farther, risks more, spends precious energy searching for what once came easily. As drought deepens, prey disappears, and survival narrows. Every movement must earn its cost. Weakness draws attention. Predators notice imbalance, and the fox responds not with confrontation, but avoidance, choosing dense cover. Longer routes, patience over speed. Migration begins without ceremony. Foxes do not migrate in herds. They drift, following scent, shadow, and fading opportunity. Hunger gives direction. The journey crosses exposed ground where there is nowhere to hide. Injury slows the body, but endurance carries it forward, step by step. When water is finally found, it feels like life rediscovered. Strength returns in fragments, never whole. The land grows greener, and diet expands again, but the body remembers pain. Every leap is reconsidered, every risk weighed heavier than before. Drought leaves scars deeper than wounds. Scarcity rewrites instinct. When migration ends, it does so quietly. There is no rival, only continuation. Life resumes, altered. Endurance buys time, nothing more. The body adapts, pain fading into background noise, never gone. Another drought looms, because it always does. Experience sharpens choices. Shade is chosen over distance. Diet becomes strategy. What a fox eats determines whether it lives. Injury never truly leaves. It settles into memory, into bone. No one applauds this survival. No witness records the effort. Still, the fox moves forward toward another horizon, another test. Injury bends the body. Drought tests the land. Migration drains the spirit. But endurance quiet, unseen, relentless keeps the fox alive. Foxes don't love the way humans do, but they recognize, prefer, and depend on their mate. If you love wildlife documentaries, kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified once we drop a new video.